Hey, friends. All right. So we are back. Another 22nd of the month live art show. And of course, I have brought my friend Picasso. Thank you all for tuning in, even if you're watching this on the repeat. I definitely appreciate the support. Okay, so tonight's show is going to mostly show you the different formats and stuff. If you order from my site, it's sometimes confusing. It's like, well, what does a metal print look like? What does an acrylic print look like? And what are these different options that we have? Because it's kind of hard to see. So what I have tonight is I have a chatty bird, and I have different things in all the formats. All right. Oh, hey, look, there's your friend. Juan's there. Hey, there we go. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with my first picture. I just want to move this so we can see my friend. Okay. So starting off, this is a canvas print, and it's called Poetry in Motion. And you can see it's a nice thick canvas. It's really well secured. It comes with a nice professional hanging thing. And this is one of the abstracts that I did around dancers. It's inspired by a couple of different artists, but this one I think has a bit of I don't know, Lautrec de Degas feel to it. And you can sort of see it's easy to hang. It's quite lightweight. You could pretty much put it in any space. It's 16 by 20. And normally on the site, this would go for $230, and I've got it on sale right now for $161. And the handy thing is, if you live locally, I will personally deliver it. Now, depending if you want to see me or not. I mean, you might decide that that's not what you want. All right. Number 2 is called Peonies, and I left some of the packaging on this so you would know how it arrives. So this is an acrylic print, and personally, you can see how nice and thick it is here, and it comes with a really interesting way to hang it. And what you end up with, so there, we just take that off, is just this beautiful depth of color. And you can see, I mean, you can see a little bit of the light there, that there's a little bit of glare to it. But with the acrylic print, this, I guess, is personally my favorite format. I love what it does for the colors. I've never been someone who is a big pastel, muted colors. I've always liked things that are bold and bright. So this one is 8 by 13, and it's on a 1/4 inch acrylic. And because of just how, I mean, it's got it's metal on the back. It's got a really nice little hanging system on it. This is probably one of the more expensive options, even for a small print. It would regularly be $292. And today I've got it for $176. And like I said, for me, this is my favorite way to display, I mean, at least my artwork. So that's the Peonies. Moving on from there, oh, he's down here. This one is on, and this one kind of surprised me. This is the watercolor paper, and you can see right here just how, no, it's not for eating. Not for eating. You stay away. So it's actually, it's like a poster board. It's got this beautiful kind of matte finish on it. It's got all these nice little hearts, and it's like this guy is down here holding one, and that's why I called it This One Is For You. This is one that I did as part of Valentine's Day, love, spring, but it's really, it's nice and lightweight. You could lean it on a shelf, and it's actually it's quite inexpensive. So regularly one this size, and this one is, how big are you? This is 16 by 24. And normally this one would be about $95. Today I've got it on for 52. And like I said, if there's a piece of art that you'd like, and you can get this in all sorts of different sizes, it's a nice way to see just how something would look in your space without like putting out a huge investment. Say you want to get something for your kids, or you want to put something in a kid's room, or your college kids, however old your kids are, or just say you don't have a ton of money to spend on art. Getting the watercolor paper medium, I imagined it would be like the watercolor that I paint on, but no, it's actually it's quite a solid with a really beautiful finish. So again, this one's for you. Moving on, we have, and this one I matted, and this is a little bit bigger, but this is one of the magic trees ones. Can you? And if you can see, my friend really wants to eat this one. Yeah, no, we don't eat art. We don't eat art. So this one is 16 by 26, and this is the Smooth Art Fine Paper. I'm not sure. Can you hear me with the picture in front of me? Smooth Art Fine Paper. Again, this is another one of the really inexpensive options. And this one has a nice frame on it. So the frame brings the price up a little bit, but it would normally be 130, and we've got it for 95. And you can see it comes wrapped in this nice plastic. You can take it out. You can put it in, go to IKEA and get a frame, or it can just be, you can mount it on its own. This is one, it's got a nice solid back. It's still wrapped in the plastic. But you could just get a command strip for something like that. Oops. And put it up. Again, it's an inexpensive way to, to see what you think, if the art would look nice in your home, and if it's something that you would like. Okay, moving on to wood. And I was kind of curious what the wood would be like. And this is, this picture is called Change, and it's, it has a butterfly. It's got some mandala paintings that I've done on it. This is a composition. I think there's about 7 different layers to it to the original, but the print itself, it comes on, it's a 1/4-inch thick wood. It's got a nice little thing in here to make it easy to hang. This one's 10 by 13, and like I said, it's on wood. It would normally be 130, but right now it's 75. And yes, my friend would like this one the most because she is all about wood. Yeah, you see, no, you can't have that though. No, that would be bad. That would be bad. Yeah, she's still like, okay, sure, I can't have a piece of your art to eat. Mostly she ends up with the boxes that they came in. All right. Speaking of my friend, I have, and this is one of my favorite things to do on the site. Where are you going? This is about you. This is about you. Look, compare and contrast. So this one is a picture I took of Picasso. And this is a greeting card. And it comes, I mean, I've taken it out, but it comes in its own little envelope, and it comes with a card. And what you can do is, when you're ordering it, you can decide whether you want it in portrait or landscape. And you can also put a quote in it. And this is actually Mark Twain, not the sort of thing I would have expected from Mark Twain, but it's the quote that I put in here. And it says, "She was not quite what you would call refined. She was not quite what you would call unrefined. She was the kind of person that kept a parrot." Again, Mark Twain said that. So if you have, and I mean, I have a bunch of different pet portraits or that sort of thing, but these are, cards for Mother's Day, for birthdays, cards for your kids. You can get pictures of your pets or anything like that. You can get them, you can buy just a single card. This one is $4. I think I put it down. Yeah, it's $4. You can put your own picture on it. You can put whatever quote you like in it, and then, keep it or give it out to your friends. Or if you want, go buy a cheap frame and you've got a 5x7 picture. Yes, that one was about you. Why are you down here? Yeah, can you? Sometimes she's not quite an assistant. In fact, oftentimes she's not much of an assistant. All right. Moving on, we have stickers, and these are my favorite. I'm just going to show you. This is my water bottle. And look, it has a Picasso sticker on it. It's also got a sticker of this. This is my daughter's dog, Griffin. And this is the one that I have a package of for right now. Would you like a sip? Would you like it? Yeah, I mean, help yourself. This has been through the dishwasher a couple of times with the stickers on it. And this is what it's still, I mean, they're still in great shape. So you can put it on your water bottles. I have my iPad. You're going to just see a trend with me, but oh look, it's Picasso again. So it can go on iPads, it can go on computers. So I have these stickers, and I also actually, this is just as an aside, and I'll put this. I'm going to talk about this at the end, but I have a series of sunflower stickers and art that I made that is going to be a fundraiser for the Ukraine. But for a set of these, and I called these ones, and this, you can get this as a print as well, but this one is called colored. And I spent a very long time learning this technique, but it's a photograph, well, two photographs that I took and two different paintings all superimposed and layered on each other. And it just, to me, the point behind this picture is that we are so much richer on the inside, and there is always so much more going on with anyone than we are aware of. So this, I mean, is basically it's a portrait of an individual, and like I said, I called it colored. You were supposed to be helping. Why are you back there? I know. No, you're doing great. You're doing great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you're great. Also, you can get stickers of your daughter's pet dog if you would like. Okay, so this next section is, I call it the Frida collection, and I've just been called out because I have not seen the Frida movie, but maybe I will watch it tonight. There's also, I'm in Chicago, and there's a immersive Frida exhibit, and she's just one of my favorites. So I made her face, and I did it in a bunch of different ways because she inspires me so much, and I wanted to play with her image, and I love the flowers. And if you go on my site, it's www.day.art. Every Frida picture has its own quote, and it's a quote by her. So this one is called Frida in Blue and Yellow, and it's a gallery wrapped canvas. It's an 8x10. So all of these pictures are going to be 8x10. So if you order it this way, you can see it it mirrors the image. I think you can also get solid around it as well. It comes with this, nice thing to hang. It's very lightweight. It would work in a small room, in a bathroom, just anywhere where you want just a little bit of color, where you want to feel inspired. Now, she would normally be 100, 136, 137, and I've got her on sale right now for 97. And the quote that I put with this one is, "I paint flowers so they will not die," which I think is it's just beautiful. And if you know anything about her and her life circumstances and what caused her to take up art, she was actually married to a famous Mexican artist who was a mural painter, who is maybe not the greatest guy. And for most of her life, she was just known as this famous muralist wife who, oh, by the way, had a little painting hobby. But she was in, she suffered quite a few health things, and she learned how to paint self-portraits from lying in her hospital bed after being in a really bad bus accident. All the medical stuff that I've had going on, without getting into it right now, I feel a kinship with her. So that's Frida on canvas. The next one I call Frida in Waves. And this is one of the metal prints, and it's a nice thick one. You can see how nice and thick it is, and it's got this nice mounting on the back. It also has a really nice solid way to hang it. And what I like about these metal prints is, yes, there's a bit of a glare, but there's also, in the same with the acrylic, there's just a depth of color and a richness to this. And the handy thing about metal prints, especially these nice small ones, is you can put them in a humid place. Say you wanted to spice up your bathroom a bit. You wanted to have a bathroom that was a little more interesting. You wouldn't have to worry about these getting wet. So this one, like I said, is a little bit thicker. It was, did you stop? It would have been about 126 on the site. I'm going to sell it for 97 today. You have been a brat all day and you're still being a brat. Yeah, try chewing on this. It's metal. No, you can't. Anyhow, so this is Frida in Waves. And the quote that I put with this one is, nothing is absolute. Everything changes, everything moves, everything revolves, everything flies and goes away. And I just thought that really suited just the water and the waves that I put in that one. Thanks, friend. I recently did a story slam about my friend here, and the way I described her was, imagine a 5-ounce toddler that's going to live for 60 years. Yeah, that's what we got. Yeah. All right. Moving on. This is another metal print, and I'll just, actually what I'm going to do is, this is a thinner one. This is Frida in light blue, and you can see, if I just put them side by side, that it's a thinner metal print. Now you can choose which backing you like, so that's a choice. You can get either backing with it. This one's a little thinner. Oh, and also in both the metal prints, you have an option to make these corners nice and rounded. Just for safety, if you've got kids, you don't want anybody banging their head on it. So this is Frida in light blue. Because it's a thinner print, it's a little less expensive. It would have been 97, and I'm selling this one for 77. Oh, this is one of my favorite images of her, and just like the richness of the color here. And she wrote, the quote that I put with this one is, I paint self-portraits because I am so often alone, because I am the person I know best. And just to have that self-knowledge, and she was often alone, and she was often painting by herself. And not to feel lonely about that, but to see that as the gift that it can be, that the person you know best is yourself, and maybe to put the effort into learning to love and get along with that person. Okay, next one. Again, this is a watercolor paper. So this was, I had the This Is For You in it. So this is Frida in green and purple. And this is 8x10 watercolor paper. And you can see it's got a nice thickness to it. A little command strip at the back. But it's very lightweight. Something you could put on a shelf. It would look nice on a bookshelf, and just a little bit of pop of color. I kind of like the way the flowers on her head really pop in this one. And one of the quote that goes with this one is, I never painted dreams. I painted my own reality. Which I also thought, I mean, I love all the things that she had to say, but the pictures that she, just to take such an unapologetic but compassionate view of yourself, I think is remarkable, and considering the circumstances of her life. All right, this one is Frida in yellow and pink, and this is a fine art paper. So the paper is a little bit thinner, and in this one, and it's still in its packaging, just so I could show you one that they come nicely packaged. The boxes are well padded as well. So this is how it looks as a framed print, and you can buy this just on its own and get your own frame. But I put this one with a frame and a mat. It would normally be 140, and today it's 107. And for this one, the quote, can you not? That's so rude. Okay. I leave you my portrait so you will have my presence all the days and all the nights that I am away from you. And that's something she wrote for her husband. So that's what the framed paper will look like. Can you? Thank you. Thank you. All right. And then I have our friend again. Would you like to see you? There you go. So this is again Picasso in blue. It's the same image that was on the card, but this is an acrylic print. And it's a small one, but it still comes with this nice little hanging thing. It is great, for bookshelves, for little spaces in bathrooms. You know, you want to put a pop of color, a little bit of something interesting. You know, oftentimes they just forget about bathrooms. I don't want to. So this would be great for that. It would also be good in kitchens, anywhere really. It's nice and small, and she's trying to eat it. You're awful. And this one right now is 97. It's on sale. It'll be regular about 120. And I have one last piece. I'm going to see. I've been actually using it to store all the other ones. So let me get it out here. But this is one of the merchandise things that we have on the site. And this is one size of the acrylic tray, and it's got Frida in blue and white. And it's nice and thick. And I really could not get a good idea of what this would actually look like. But this is it. It actually normally sits, because we're in my studio right now, normally it sits over there, and I store a bunch of stuff in it. It's really easy to clean. It's a good size, and it just, if you want to be a little fancy this summer and you are carrying drinks out, or it's a tray that you could put on the back, out on the deck, drinks, snacks, bring somebody breakfast in bed, that sort of thing. So those are the pieces I have for this month. Like I said, mostly it was here. You want to get in the picture? There we go. Mostly it was Frida and the different media and formats that we have on the site. If you have any questions at all, you can pop them in the chat. I'm going to leave this sale up until Sunday. And like I said, if you live locally, and can you stop? I will come deliver them to you, and you can have them that way. But yeah, questions, comments, suggestions, ideas for other prints, other shows, just, I'd love to hear from you. Oh, and behind me, and this is just a bit of a sneak preview, but if you see that there's a green circle painting behind me, I'm not sure when I'm going to finish the collection, but it's a collection I'm working on right now, and each is based on a different chakra. And that one, because of the green, is the heart chakra. And if you don't know what they are different energy centers. We have, it's arguable, but 7 is what I'll be doing, and they go all the way they go along your spine, from the base of the spine to above your head. And they have a different color, they have a different energy with them. And each painting that I'm making, I'm going to be using a different style and working in different energy from different chakras. So that, knowing me, there's no way I'm going to get that ready for the next month. So it'll probably be sometime this summer. But yeah, ideas, suggestions, comments, feedback, anything you would like to ask, go ahead. I don't think there's anyone asking right now, so we're probably okay. But thank you so much for, coming in. And I said, even if it's the replay, because I know we got lives, you get busy. It's hard to always tune in when you want. So if you catch the replay, great. The sale is up until Sunday. You have any questions, you can send me a message on Facebook, Instagram. My website has a contact form if you want to sign up for my emails, so you know when these things are and can order stuff before I do the shows. Go to my website And that's it for tonight. All right, friends, have a wonderful rest of your night. And if you feel like it, go watch the Frida movie. It might be fun. Okay, bye bye.